Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here with a wig review for you. I am going to show you Tressallure Khloe in the color English THL. Khloe. I have wanted to see Khloe for 2 years. At least. I am so excited to be able to show you guys Khloe. And before we talk about Khloe, I'd like to thank Wig Studio One for sending me Khloe to review. Wig Studio One is an online retailer. They also have a fantastic Facebook group called Wig Studio One Wig and Topper Support Group. It has thousands and thousands of women, and it's very active, women helping each other out, showing pictures, giving advice, anything you could ever hope for in a wig support group. Wig Studio One on Facebook has. And I have been collaborating with Wig Studio One now for almost 2 years, and they send me a wig every now and then to review as a guest reviewer, and Khloe is the wig this month. And so check out Wig Studio One and help support a wonderful retailer. Anyway, let's get into Khloe. I love this one so much. It's so adorable. Let me show you Khloe from all sides before we talk too much about her. I do all that from the back so that you can see movement, you can see density. You can get a sense for how thick a wig is when somebody's playing around with it. You can get a sense of whether or not you can see wefting when somebody's playing around with it. And that's why I do all of that from the back. I think it can be really helpful. All right, Khloe is an adorable, kind of layered bob style with long layers. I wouldn't necessarily consider her a shag cut, even though the layers probably qualify, only because of how kind of smooth and rounded, at least this one looks. Super professional. I am just really, really digging this wig. Khloe also has a long fringe in the front, which means that if you want to cut a bang in her, you totally can, and the template has been built for you. But she does sweep really nicely to the sides, and I do think this bang is super flattering in framing the face, and I have a feeling this would be a great style for a lot of face shapes. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit more about Khloe in a minute, but let's talk about this color, English THL. This color is gorgeous for a brunette. It is a warm, chocolatey brunette with some really beautiful highlighting. It's somewhat subtle. It's pretty blended. The fibers are making my nose itchy because they're rubbing right up against it. You can see highlighting, but it's not stripy and significantly piecey. I will show you this color outside because I think it's going to be really helpful for you to see it outside. But I would consider this, wow, it really made me itchy. Otherwise, what does that mean? If your nose itches, somebody's thinking about you? I don't know. Or you're going to kiss a fool? I can't remember. But for brunettes who like darker brunettes, very chocolatey, warm brunettes with some dynamic colors, some lighter highlights, English THL is a color you should really check out. I would say it is kind of a medium dark brown. It's on the darker end of the brunette. It's not a 4, but it could, I'm guessing it's probably about a 6. And then you've got these kind of auburny, auburn golden highlights. I'll take the wig off and kind of show it to you up against the camera as well, and also get outside. Really, really gorgeous. Khloe feels really good on my head. I would say that this cap runs just a little bit snug, not big head friendly. I find her to be pretty snug on me. I don't have any extra room up here. I have her completely fully pulled out. The adjusters are not tightened at all, and I don't think I would want this to be any snugger. It really just fits me like a glove, and which I find interesting because I have a couple of other Tressallure wigs, and in particular I'm thinking of Shayna by Tressallure just because I just had her on a little while ago, and that fits me much looser than this one. This one is running really kind of tight, and I think I've heard that from others. So just keep that in mind. If you've worn other Tressallure wigs, don't assume that this one's going to fit you the same. If you look at my measurements, I am 22 inches. That is my circumference. There is like no stretch. If you are bigger than 22 inches, I think this is going to be too tight for you. I really do. There is no stretch in this one. And then I'm pretty petite over the top of my head. So just kind of keep that in mind. I really think this is running sort of an average petite. Khloe has a lace front and a mono top. So let me show you this lace front. And actually, I just pulled her down into my own hairline. So let me get up here for you guys. There's that lace front. You can see it. It's pretty good. It's a little knotty. You can definitely see the knotting there. It's a little pluggy. The couple of reasons why I think that is, number one, these fibers are really dark, and so those knots are really dark. But I think another reason is these are substantial fibers. These fibers remind me of Noriko fibers. They're just a substantial, thicker, hardier fiber than, say, a Gabor, which is very kind of light and wispy and airy, or Ellen Villa. And because of that, I think the fibers themselves are a little thicker, and that means the knots are a little thicker. So if you are someone who is super sensitive to knotting, in these dark brunettes, you're going to be able to see that a little bit. Now, it's not terrible. I've seen way worse than this. I would wear this off the face. You can always dab a little foundation in there to hide the knots, and that would be just fine, and it would help. But I do want to point that out. She also has a full mono top, which means you can part her anywhere you want. This one right now is parting exactly how she came to me, and look at that part. It is so good. Let me talk a little bit about parting and what I've observed over the years. Some wigs have excellent part spaces where you can really see that monofilament, you can really see that part. I love that. If I'm going to pay extra to have a monofilament, I want to see it. Some wigs are very densely knotted on the top, and you can barely see them. And I don't prefer that. And I would say you can always pluck and make a parting space bigger, which I've yet to do. I'd rather not have to do that if I'm going to pay for that. So I love this. What I might do is put a little translucent powder here, or a little foundation, and really make that part pop, but it's not really needed. It is gorgeous. If you wanted to part her somewhere else, you absolutely could. I thought I had a comb here to show you, but one of my concerns, because these fibers are so substantial, what I've noticed is when I've tried to repart her, she does want to spring back just a little bit. She kind of likes where she is. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to work on her. You're going to have to part her, and then you're going to have to constantly train her. Heat from your hands can help. It's just not an immediate fix. You know, I've seen people say that a lot, and then I've seen people say that's bull. But I mean, it works. It just doesn't work instantly. So you would just want to part her where you want her, and then constantly be working with her. Maybe get her wet to help redirect those fibers. You know, you can use a little steam or heat as well. She will eventually train to another part. It's just a matter of working with her. So you are not stuck with where she comes parted. And if you aren't a left-hand part person, then you can part her on the right, which is beautiful, because we all know not very many wigs come parted on the right in mono part wigs. All right, so let's take a look at this cap, because I've rambled on and on about Khloe. There you go, that full mono top, which I love, 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 gives so many options. They're not, the ear tabs are not velvet or moleskin lined, but they do have the metal stays in them. There is no, well, actually there's a kind of an extended nape. It's not super extended, but it's not not super skinny either. It's sort of in between. And then the bra strap adjusters. Something you can do with adjusters like this, if she is a little tight on you, you can cut them, and that will release whatever little bit of tension is in them, because there's still a little tension even when you've got them out all the way. And so for me personally, I would consider cutting one of the adjusters at least. You can cut one and then see how it goes. Caps will stretch just a little bit though as you wear them, sort of like clothing and other things. So I would recommend just trying to wear her for a little bit to see if she'll stretch out enough to be comfortable. I have found that to happen. And like I said, I think she fits me exactly at 22 inches. I'm just used to caps being a lot looser on me. As far as the coverage, which means when a cap isn't loose, I find it to be a little uncomfortable, but that's only because I'm not used to it. All right, so coverage on this one, not super, and I think that is because she runs a little small. So I've got a lot of bio hair showing. Okay, my bio hair is super buzz short here, but when I put her down where she's supposed to be, I have a ton of bio hair showing. I get better coverage from other wigs a lot. Now, I also get coverage like this, so it really depends, but she is not covering me well. The ear tabs actually come down almost to my ears, which is good. I've had small cap wigs where the ear tabs were really high too, but just know that if your measurements are similar to mine, or if you are you know, you want to tuck her or style her back a little bit, you're going to need to deal with the fact that you might have some bio hair showing, either blending it, or if I were to clip this one back, I would just make sure I pulled some of that hair down so that it covers that, and that's okay too. And I think she's really cute. She has good styling potential when it comes to clips. I think you can clip her off the straight back. So I'm going to give away my age a little bit. I am an 80s girl, and I do love to clip wigs like this a lot, where you've got like that poof in the front. She's super cute that way, just sticking a claw clip right in there. And you can also just clip a little pieces here and there and leave some of the fringe down. What that also will do, it will also lower the profile a little bit. So Khloe doesn't have very much permatease, but she's got a lot of hair actually. For a wig this length, it's like thick hair. And so she does have a lot of volume without having pillowy permatease, which is super interesting. I always find that really interesting when wigs do that. She has a little bit of permatease, not super poofy pillowy, but she's got kind of a little bit of permatease all over here and up in here next to the mono top, and which gives her this rounded silhouette, which is why I love her. I love this look versus a super flat bob. But keep in mind, she feels like somebody who's got really healthy, thick hair. It looks super natural. It looks super beautiful. I don't find the shine to be out of control. I love how she's sort of rounded. I think it's adorable and super professional looking. So if you're in the market for a bob, a straight bob that has a little bit of layers, a little bit of front fringe, and you like just a little bit of volume, Khloe is super adorable. I give this one 2 thumbs up. Maybe a moderate thumb up on 1, just because of how small this cap is. It's supposed to be an average cap. It's not really running true to average in my opinion. That's the only complaint I really have. All right, so I'm going to get outside for you guys so you can see this color outside. I also have an out of the box so that you can see what Khloe looked like when I got her out of the box. Spoiler alert, she looked great. She didn't have terrible box hair. I didn't really have to do anything to her. This is pretty much how she came out of the box. I did spray her down with a little bit of water, which I kind of do with all wigs just to wake up all the fibers. And I hung her upside down for a few days. And that is it. There's no product in her. I have not done anything else. I sprayed her with a little bit of water. I hung her upside down. I shook her out pretty good. And I've taken a wide tooth comb to her. That's it. She looks fabulous, just like this. All right, guys, stick around for the rest of this where I show you the outside and the out of the box. Please check out Wig Studio 1 and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, everyone, we are outside with the color English THL by Tressallure on Khloe. Another awesome brunette. Pointing out these highlights in the front. It's a very, very warm, chocolatey, a tad highlighted. Let me get in front of a dark background now. Just gorgeous. It's a medium dark brown. See all those beautiful, subtle, kind of caramely highlights. on a warm chocolatey base. I'm gonna walk over here into some sunlight for you. Slight breeze blowing so you can see how naturally these hair fibers move in this little bit of a breeze. So pretty. I'm so glad I finally got a chance to try Khloe. All right, walk over to the shade one last time. Okay, hopefully that was a thorough enough look at this gorgeous color. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, everyone, I am here with the out of the box. Tag's still on. I've done nothing with her. I just pulled her out of the box. So let's see what we got going on with Khloe. Oh, this one is snug. Really snug on my head. Yeah, really snug. Whew. I don't think it could be any smaller, really, and be comfortable. I have a mirror right above my camera here, and I'm just kind of looking. Wow, she's cute. Really, really cute. See, in a bob, I love sort of the rounded look. I just think that is the best and super flattering. So she's really cute. She doesn't have too bad a box hair. She's a little bit. And how I know that is I'm looking at her and I'm seeing kind of some flat spots and some poofy spots. So I think she has just a little bit of box hair. Very light permatease. Not a lot of permatease to wake up. Not poofy, pillowy permatease. She's got maybe a little bit of crimpy fibers I can feel. So I'm going to, wake those up. But let's see what we got here. Alright, sorry about that. My battery died. I was going like this, I think. So, bottom line is she doesn't look bad at all. I am just going to spray her with a little bit of water, just because I always do. I think it just kind of wakes up the fibers, and I'm going to hang her upside down for about a day. And let's just see what we've got after I do that. You will have already seen that. This is after, but I think she's really almost, she could be worn out of the box with just a little combing, maybe a little, fluffing. I haven't even shaken her out yet. She honestly is really good, practically out of the box. Let's shake her up, because that's usually, you got to shake a wig up. Not if you're not sure if you're going to keep it, so obviously you got to know that you're not returning it to do that. But it's really hard to judge a wig straight out of the box. You're going to make some bad judgments about wigs you could have made really cute if you're not willing to take some chances and mess with some wigs. I get it, finances dictate, but I just need to say that because sometimes you do have to just get in there and play with the wig. Ah, look at that. That fixed some of the weird flatness. Gosh, she's so cute out of the box. I can't wait to see what she looks like when I do the review. This is one case where you know before I do. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope that you come back soon. I'll talk to you later.